Hi, we're Boy Casual. I'm Jeff,
I'm Sam.
I'm Holcomb.
and we're going to be talking about some film today.
Yeah.
Do we want to introduce where the name Boy Casual came from? Sam, take it away.
Well, way back when we were all little boys,
Oh yeah.
if I ad-lib, it's going to be incredibly inappropriate.
Okay. Well, let's not ad-lib about little boys.
Yeah.
Let's let the little boys rest where they need to.
Yeah.
Is there even a real origin of the name? We kind of just kept spitballing names, and then we stuck with Boy Casual.
Because we were talking about Sears and JCPenney and
Yeah.
various outlet stores that have closed down because of the apocalypse of the retail.
Yeah, because millennials are killing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're killing everything.
We're killing everything,
I know.
including our own hopes and dreams.
That's true. No, they were killed for us.
They were killed by previous
Yeah,
generations.
yeah.
Anyway, this is not a show where millennials complain about our current life.
This is not political millennials are org.
This is a show where a bunch of boys talk about film.
Casual boys.
Casual boys.
Casually. It's casual dialogue amongst boys.
Yes, it's casual boys being casual.
Yeah. Although we should mention we're all not boys.
Some of us are boys.
At heart.
At heart.
At heart.
Yeah.
At boys.
We all have terrible Peter Pan syndrome.
Yes.
We're like we're the film Hook after Robin Williams just lets loose. With boys.
We hate our families.
Yeah.
We yell at our kids.
That's true. I don't think we're watching the same Robin Williams film. That's like the director's cut of Mrs. Doubtfire, where Sally Fields is kind of justified.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
She's justified anyway. The dude throws like a petting zoo in the house for like a kid's birthday.
Yeah.
Dude, he was bumping Jump Around though. House of Pain.
Oh my god, that was such a great scene.
It was.
Yeah.
On the couch with the kids. Sign me up for that day.
I'm a little unsympathetic towards Mrs. Doubtfire, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
That's for another time. Okay. We'll talk about it. Okay. Cool. But we're going to talk about the movies we're excited for in the fall. Do we want to start with
The Elephant in the Room? We all want to talk about Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Water for Elephants, starring Christoph Waltz.
Here's the thing. Someone once asked what that movie was about, and off the top of my head, I said it's about a French circus, and they had to walk all the elephants from Egypt to France.
Right.
And at some point, they also had to get them water. And she was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I was like, "I don't know. I think it was a book."
It was a book. Yeah. I did not.
I didn't read it. I didn't even see the movie actually.
I saw the movie, and I saw it because of Christoph Waltz, and I was on like my Christoph Waltz kick, right? Because that's when he was like Glorious Bastard, and started getting cast in a lot of things, and I was like, yeah.
I'm never not on a Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
That's true. I go into a Christoph Waltz hole every once in a while. It's bad. I get like a little bit of a.
Get inside Christoph.
That's being John Malkovich, you're thinking. Also, alternative title: Get Inside John Malkovich.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Get
inside
inside
this
John
hole.
Malkovich.
That hole.
The Malkovich hole.
Yeah. The mouth.
Inside the Malkovich hole.
I mean, some people who are scientists would say that's a.
None of us here, clearly.
No.
No
I've
one
never-
at the
I've
table
never-
is a scientist.
Yeah, it's true. Some of us are phoenixes, though. Anyway, this is Sam. He has a very
tangible, real, scientific degree
Someone would
from an accredited brick and mortar university.
It's called Brick and Mortar University.
Brick and Morty University. Yeah, Brick and Morty. We love it.
Okay, so should we actually talk about Blade Runner?
Yeah. So let's talk about Blade Runner.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Blade Runner is even the original, not the theatrical version, because that's dog shit. If you watch Blade Runner, you gotta watch either the director's cut or the master cut.
What's the one with not Harrison Ford's terrible narration?
That's Harrison Ford's narration is only in the theatric version.
Yeah, that's the one that's terrible.
Yeah, the one that they actually have an ending where he's like driving on the countryside.
Yeah, that one.
Fucking awful. Spoiler alert.
Oh, right.
That's
well,
the
if you
bad
haven't
one.
seen Blade Runner by now, you're kind of late to the game.
It's true.
Yeah, like the most recent recut.
Just judge our audience, right?
The most recent recut release was in like the early aughts, like 2000, 2001.
Oh, the aughts. Yeah, I remember the
like
aughts.
that. So anyway, and then that's probably in my top 10 movies of all time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Non-genre based. And so I'm super stoked for this. I loved how it was shot. I loved the cinematography, how artsy it was. Fun fact, it was the first movie to ever actually have product placement.
Really?
Yeah, Atari, right?
Atari and Coke.
Oh, I thought that was E.T. I'm wrong.
E.T. came out after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 3 years later?
Yeah, something like that.
What's Blade Runner, like 83?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
82.
But it looks like Denis Villeneuve is going to do a lot of the same stylized shooting, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah.
I love his other films. I really
Yeah.
love Prisoners.
Which was
Loves
also
Arrival.
Deacons.
Yeah.
He's done some great work.
Yeah.
And his films look beautiful, and they're all Roger Deakins, right?
Almost all of them are Roger Deakins, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Roger Deakins is like sort of his like Johnny Depp to Helena Bonham Carter type deal, or
No, I got you.
Tim Burton, Johnny Depp.
Like
Does
how
he
you
sleep in a
package deal?
Yeah, does he
Yeah.
sleep in a small like cage next to the
He's a
bed?
Deacon's cage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a Deacon's cage.
No one puts Deacons in a cage.
Nobody puts Deacons in a cage. You get this Deacons out of this cage right now.
But no, he.
I have a word or two to say to you. I'm not sure who this like.
Who's
this
the
official?
authority?
Yeah.
Who's the authority coming in and breaking out Deacons?
Yeah.
The head of the Motion Picture Association. Get Deacons out of a cage.
Yeah. Oh,
What do you do now?
Like the Deacon's keeper?
Yeah, the Deacons. Yeah, Deacon's keeper. I want that to be my job.
That's my favorite Cameron Diaz movie.
Yeah.
My Deacon's keeper.
Keeper of the Deacons.
Yeah, right. Oh god.
Harry Potter in the Chamber of Deacons.
Chamber of Deacons, right. I just want to see a bunch. I don't even know what Roger Deakins looked like, but I know I want to see this man in a bunch of predicaments. And that's what.
Oh, you don't know what he looks like?
No, no.
He's just like an old.
I'm sure he's beautifully
old
shot.
British dude with like
Yeah.
flowy white hair. Of course
Oh.
he is. Yeah, like this beautiful flowing man.
I'm sure it's not Sir Ian McKellen.
No, I'm sure.
Okay. He doesn't moonlight.
No.
Okay.
You shall not Deacons.
But I cannot wait to see Deacons unhinged for this, because Villeneuve said like
Quentin Tarantino.
he basically said that he let him go wild with cinematography on this one, and yeah.
I don't know if that's like him doing technical things or is running around the set like a man. Just throwing shit and just pulling
like naked on set.
We should not put this in this man's contract.
It's a real casual wild though. Like he's still giving screen directions and everything, but like he's actually just walking on set and fixing people's hairs butt naked.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god,
Just
Roger.
uncomfortable. Roger.
Like fishing the whole
You're a
time.
beautiful man.
Yeah.
I need this for the shot. Okay.
But
You
they
mean so
said
much to me.
they let him go.
It's going to be a documentary later called The Deacons Unleashed.
The
about
Deacons
his-
Effect.
The Deacons Effect. About his
It's like the butterfly effect, but with Ashton Kutcher playing Roger Deakins.
I mean, he did so good at Steve Jobs. He wasn't bad.
Okay, it was bad.
Yeah.
He wasn't like.
You're surrounded by Ashton fans, by the way. This is actually an Ashton Kutcher podcast.
We call
I
ourselves.
just haven't told you yet.
Yeah, I haven't told you yet, yeah.
But so, Blade Runner, I shared this article with you guys. I don't know if it's getting spread a lot, but apparently in Russia, they listed that Blade Runner 2049 is going to be 2 hours and 43 minutes long.
Cool.
Which I'm so okay with.
Yeah, no, I'm ecstatic about that. Can you imagine 2 hours and 43 minutes of Deacons? That's a dream come true.
That's what he says at bars where he's picking up chicks.
Just 2 hours and 43 minutes of just pure cinematography.
With double thumbs. Deacon.
Deacons.
Hey babe, do you want 2 hours
What
of
if he
Deacons?
was? What if he was like an amazingly just talented artist, but a complete douche like that?
Oh, bro.
Just a slick back,
He emailed
Tribly
me
wearing or Trilby wearing.
Trilby.
I sent him an email once and he responded, so.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So I like to believe that he's not a douche. Just because of that.
7 degrees of Roger Deakins.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But 2 hours and 43 minutes, that's probably one of the longest movies in recent years anyways, right? I can't think of any movies that were longer than that.
No, there's been plenty of movies that are longer than that.
Like,
No, but like
any
notable
Hobbits?
movies.
Any of the Hobbit movies.
Oh, look,
I think Batman vs Superman was like
I didn't see
2:48.
it. I didn't bother.
I watched it for free online because I did not want to give Zack Snyder the same time.
It looked awful.
I mean, I'm not a Zack Snyder fan at all, so you're cool.
No, I mean, I really like watching
No,
it. but
so
yeah.
I think, okay, I'll clear the air about Zack Snyder real quick.
Yeah.
I think visually his movies are great.
Mhm.
I think when he has someone else writing the screenplay for him, they
Yeah.
turn out good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like Man of Steel. I was a fan of Watchmen.
Yeah, I enjoyed
mean,
Man of Steel.
I think he did a pretty damn good job adapting that.
Oh, yeah.
I think had it come out, I think it had come out a couple of years later, it probably would have been better received. Now that the superhero hype is in like full swing.
Yeah, because he was at that weird point where
It's like
they
2000.
weren't like fully circled around to that point.
Yeah, was it 2009?
Yeah.
Yeah, was it around the first time, like the first Iron Man had come?
Yeah, I thought Iron Man was 08, I think.
Yeah,
Iron
it
Man
was
08, yeah.
Batman Begins had kicked off, and which, by the way, Batman Begins wasn't like widely.
No.
It didn't
no.
catch on until Dark
Which is-
Knight and all the
yeah.
hullabaloo about
Mhm.
Heath Ledger and Joker and stuff.
Yeah, like
But-
Dark Knight was still still trying to build up the
Mm-hmm.
Batman series. Like Batman Begins didn't set a groundwork at all. Basically, just it technically did cinematically, but
Yeah.
like with the fan base, no one was signed on.
I know. So I had watched when Batman Begins first came out. It was like one of my favorite movies, and I watched it, and I tried to get a lot of friends to watch it, and they didn't get it. They were like, I'm not a I didn't understand that Batman was a ninja. Who the hell is Ra's al Ghul? Which, by the way, it's Ra's al Ghul. It's Raish.
See, the thing is, I never liked that pronunciation because it always sounded more pretentious, but then I found out it was like correct, and I felt really bad.
Yeah.
So I thought it was Roz.
Yeah. It's kind of like the debate over Paul Feig or Paul Feige.
I thought it was just Feig.
It's definitely Paul Feig.
I thought it was just Feig.
The world may never know.
The world may never know.
The world knows.
Okay.
It's one of us
But
doesn't.
we should move on.
Paul Feig.
Yeah. We should move on to It.
Yep.
I'm very excited about it.
This is the part of the conversation where I offer very little because I have not
It's okay.
seen the original.
You don't need to see the original.
Let me. I didn't see the original either.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So then
You're fine. So It, the original television miniseries / movie with Tim Curry.
Yes.
Not Steve Curry.
Yeah.
Tim Curry's my favorite basketball player.
Yes, Steph Curry with the
Yeah,
shot. Yeah.
No, so it's a very good performance by Tim Curry for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything with Tim Curry is good.
Oh yeah.
It's wonderful. I love
Yeah.
Clue.
Yeah.
Oh
my God,
Yeah,
Clue.
Clue.
I watch it every Halloween.
You watch Clue every Halloween?
Every
I
Halloween. I have it on DVD.
You know he has other movies that are probably more appropriate for Halloween.
Don't take this away from me.
Don't take
Okay.
it.
I watch Clue.
Every Halloween.
I watch Clue. I watch Nightmare Before Christmas,
Uh-huh.
and I watch Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay.
While I carve pumpkins, don't do this to me.
I'm not. Those are very. Get these pointed boy fingers away from me.
Put my boy fingers where I want to.
But no, so the original movie is a very good performance by Tim Curry, and it's worth watching it for. I would just watch clips of Tim Curry's performance, honestly. But the new one is going to be very true to the book. But the book is very scary.
It looks downright scary. I saw the trailer and I had to watch it like this.
Yeah. It's going to be very true to the book apparently, and Bill Skarsgård looks like he's doing a very good job of. So the character, just a little bit of preface. So the character of Pennywise is actually a shapeshifter. It's a monster that's a shapeshifter, right? So what it does though is it tries to approximate what would be kind of alluring to a child, right? To kind of coax them into like where it could get to them and kill them.
So it's a John Wayne Gacy.
So when it does the clown thing, I like in the movie how he like the Pennywise clown, the original one, like Tim Curry looked like a straight up clown that was kind of like but this one, like Bill Skarsgård looks like off-putting.
Yeah.
And like it looks like the thing is trying to approximate what it thinks a child would be alluring, but is also it looks wrong.
Slightly wrong.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for that. And the guy directed another good horror movie called Mama is doing it. I forget his name. But it looks beautiful.
I mean, it looks like it was really well shot and all that. I get scared too easily, and I don't like getting scared. So like I'm not gonna see this in theaters. I get scared by trailers.
This kind of stuff. And this kind of stuff doesn't scare me. Like I'm more scared by like my favorite couple horror movies in the last years were like The Witch, which The Witch wasn't
with 2 V's, right? The Vivitch.
Yeah. Which was a really slow movie for a lot of people. But admittedly, it's a sense of dread throughout that movie was so terrible. And like, admittedly, when I first watched it, like this is slow. I'm not really scared. But then I kept thinking about the movie afterwards, and the images started to set in, and it got a lot worse. And I haven't been affected. It was like that and Babadook. Like I didn't get affected by.
I heard about it. I haven't seen it.
A horror movie like that in a long time. But it was
Thank
stuff.
stars you haven't seen them.
But
Thank you, little boy stars.
little boy stars.
Little boy stars.
Little boy in the moon.
The little ones that you
The
stick on the
little
ceiling
different-
that glow in the dark.
A little different
I
little
used to
boy.
love those things. They were awesome.
Here's
I used
the
to
last
have
time
it
I
on
saw a
my
movie. The last time I saw a horror movie in theaters, I was telling you about this.
Yeah.
Last night was Sinister 2. I had my feet up on the chair in front of me. I was with my girlfriend and my best
boyfriend. Oh,
My
he's got a
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
He's got a boyfriend.
With my last
Hey,
girlfriend.
check out big man over here. He's got a
Way
boyfriend.
back
No,
when.
a boyfriend.
And God, I hate you both. And my best friend. And I'm sitting there like this. Not even like hold my girlfriend's hand around her. I was sitting there like this.
Yeah, you need
Okay.
Feet up.
You're bracing yourself.
Yeah.
Bracing.
I just eaten Chili's. and every single time there was a jump scare,
This
I would fart.
podcast is taking a turn for scatological.
I would fart, and everyone would be like jumping and screaming, so like you wouldn't hear it. It would just be like 3 people sitting there, and 2 people would collectively go. Without eyes off the screen, just go, yo man, I'm really scared.
What you didn't know is that the next phase of Hollywood movies is not 3D, it's scratch and sniff.
Yeah.
And you're a pioneer in that. So
You're welcome. You're welcome.
There you go.
Like it's gonna be a stench of excrement whenever there's a jump scare.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. It's just a whole wall.
But listen, when they pitch a movie and say this will scare the shit out of you,
They're not kidding.
they're using him as a
They
rubric.
now fucking mean it.
It's the same. This is a Sam metric. but-
Moving on. We wanted to touch briefly on Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro's new movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Creature
that
of
is
Black
one-
Lagoon fanfic.
I'm in the black. I'm in the
Black Lagoon.
In the dark.
I'm in the dark in this one because I have
Right.
not seen the trailer for it. So
Okay.
you're
Do we want to move on?
You can just give me a synopsis or something.
So
because
it essentially looks like that this Guillermo del Toro wanted to make a remake of Black Lagoon, and the studio, for whatever reason, I think they're doing that Tom Cruise MonsterVerse, which, by the way, don't see the Mummy.
Oh, with the Mummy.
Just don't.
And
Just
then
go watch the Brendan Fraser movies and have a fun time.
Yeah.
Turn your brain off for a little
Poor
bit.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
But
But
phrase.
Be free.
to be phrase.
Pour one out for the dead career.
The dead career of Pete Fraser.
Whoa, homie's career.
We all loved him in Scrubs. But so
Oh,
this
so sad in Scrubs.
let's not get
Oh, yeah,
distracted. All right, so it looks like Guillermo del Toro was trying to make a Creature from the Black Lagoon, or he was trying to take Abe Sapien from Hellboy
That's what I
and
thought.
make him a romance about it.
Because that's what it looks like.
But that's
Oh,
what
wait. I
physically.
have seen this
The
trailer.
trailer for it.
I
Yeah,
have seen this.
It looks
Starring
awesome.
And it's the
his
one with
name,
that woman
Cox
and
Shannon.
Michael Shannon.
I
and wait,
love
yeah,
Michael
Michael
Shannon.
Shannon is awesome.
Yeah.
But so wait, this is the trailer where there's that one woman and she can't communicate
She's-
verbally
she's
because she's
mute.
mute, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah, I have seen this. The
Yeah.
name just didn't click for me, but
Yeah.
now I get it. Yeah.
But
Which looks,
it's getting
the trailer
it's
looks so good.
apparently just played. I think it played at the Venice Film Festival. I guess.
Really?
But it's the early reviews are apparently that it's his next masterpiece. Like it's his
Ooh.
next.
I'm not
next
surprised. I was really convinced by the trailer.
Yeah.
Very talented.
So I'm excited for it. I think that's going to be the next. That's going to be the sleeper hit. I think.
Yeah.
It's going to take off. And it'll be a lot better than Crimson Peak, hopefully, which I was not a fan of.
So it's pretty much going to be his next Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe
I
mentioned
very much enjoyed. Did you?
I couldn't do
I
Pan's
just
Labyrinth.
heard you say it's not going to be Crimson Peak.
beforehand. I said Pants.
Oh.
Yeah.
So thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We all know you're
Libating.
We all know you're not a scientist. All right. Moving on.
Okay, so we done.
Yeah, but
Blade Runner, It. and
Yeah.
then,
Anything else you got?
Del Toro. Black Panther.
is that in the fall?
Yeah, right. Black Panther's coming out in the fall.
Is it?
thought
I
it
think
was.
no. I think they just show the test footage for it, right? The commercial.
The only other thing that I know that's coming out in the fall I'm interested in is Murder in the Orient Express.
Oh, we gotta talk about this.
Yeah,
Poirot.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Played by Kenneth Branagh as
Kenneth
Poirot with a ridiculous mustache.
And wait, so I actually, when I first saw the trailer, I thought that was
the most inappropriate use of an Imagine Dragons song.
no, I thought it was maybe the one of the Bonds. I'm trying to remember the name of the actor. One of the
Daniel
Bonds.
Craig,
No, an older one. He just for some reason with the mustache and all that, he
Sean
almost looked
Timothy
like
Dalton.
maybe it was Dalton. He reminded me of one of the Bonds, and I was like,
so what?
is that him?
Tim Dalton. T Dalton. I think T Dalton's still around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just in Penny Dreadful. Roger Moore died.
Roger
Yes.
Moore. Yeah, rest
Yeah.
in peace for Roger Moore.
By the way, have you guys ever seen? This is an older movie. Have you ever seen Cannonball Express?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Cannonball Run.
Cannonball Run. That's
Yeah.
right. That's my crossover with
Yeah,
James
or
Franco. The
Express.
remake with James Franco and Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Cannonball Run.
Express.
Cannonball Express.
Cannonball Express, and they're just in the back
Well,
of an ambulance smoking like way too much weed and
Yeah.
driving
Yeah,
real fast.
Roger Moore plays Roger Moore.
Yeah. I must warn you, I'm Roger Moore. That's the best joke. In the world. Sorry if you haven't seen that. I've spoiled it for you.
Once again, it kind of
Yeah.
makes the game.
But so yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I don't know why we keep casting Willem Dafoe as German acters. And he
don't
might be
think-
German, but like he just like in every like if he's not in a Wes Anderson film,
Yeah.
and you're casting him as like a German sounding thing. Like I think in Wes Anderson films, like everyone has kind of like wonky, it's campy.
Yeah.
But like he just like Hollywood has they're German actors. Cast a German.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, what I find funny is that there are. This is like a recurring theme. I mean, this happens for like every nationality and race and all that too.
Mhm.
Like there's like a character and it's like, oh well, we could hire somebody who's a German, or we could get this guy to just pretend to be German.
Yeah, I think Christoph Waltz said it in a really. He had an interview with Charlie Rose where he was talking about it. And he was talking about the casting for *Inglourious Bastards*, and he said the casting director, I think it was Simona Lebert, but he said essentially that Quentin Tarantino was very insistent if we were going to do this, we're going to get German speaking or like at least German native German actors to do it.
Yeah.
We're not going to do the blue contact, blonde hair business.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah. And I mean, I think Hollywood's moving in that direction. We talked about the Ed Skrein thing a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
we're talking
Yeah,
about
where
that.
he
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 stepped
essentially stepped down from the role,
Yeah.
which I think was kudos to him.
Yeah,
I think that's sending then when the actors start doing it too,
Yeah.
it starts to send a message to.
So that way people just know that there's not really a tolerance for it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, so we can say aloha to Matt.
Yes. Oh
That's
god.
a reference thing.
What's up, Emma Stone?
Yeah.
Suburbicon.
Yeah.
Although,
Suburbicon. I have some.
Oh yes,
Oh,
Suburbicon.
Suburbicon.
Yeah. So
and actually, another one I'll throw in the mix is the
Disaster
Snowman.
Artist. Snowman.
I'm not excited for Snowman.
You're not excited?
No, I think Snowman looks a little. I like Michael Fassbender too. I know it's based off a book.
I'm excited.
I think the premise is a little ridiculous. It makes me think of the movie. Remember Jack Frost with Michael Keaton?
Bet your ass I do.
It reminds me of like if that character Jack Frost, like Michael Keaton, just became a serial killer. That's all this reminds me
I'm
of.
hyped for different reasons. I'm hyped because this is the first time in a very long time there's going to be anything like, remotely Norwegian being put on like a major screen for like wide audiences. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Because there isn't a lot of that, but this is adapted by the most famous Norwegian author we have at the moment, and they shot almost the whole thing in Norway.
Name?
Jon Nesbø.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he's like prolific for crime.
Just trying to give him a plug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for that aspect of it. I was a little bit disappointed when I looked at the casting and I realized there was a lot of people who were not Norwegian in it.
What is Michael Fassbender?
He is German Irish, or
I feel like his accent switches from
roll
like no, he's like Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. Like his switch like minute to minute
in a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah, the
off-putting.
thing is he has to constantly do so many of them. But like they put like J.K. Simmons in it, they put Michael Fassbender, and they started putting like a bunch of different actors and actresses in it. And like I checked the main billing or whatever, and like only 3 or 4 of them were actually Scandinavian. And I mean, I know you gotta sell big names to get tickets and all that, but like this is being shot in almost entirely in Norway. You'd think they put some of the better Norwegian and Swedish.
Well, Skarsgård is Alexander Skarsgård. He's Norwegian. Isn't he?
Skarsgård. Yeah, but you have like Axel Hennie. He was in The Martian.
Okay.
And he's been getting more and more play, but they didn't like. Maybe they reached out to him. I don't know. But I feel like there should have been a little bit more of a Scandinavian presence in the casting.
I got you.
But still, I'm excited about it, and it looks like it was shot really well. Even if the plot sounds weird or whatever, it does look like just visually speaking, it'll be a really good movie.
I just know that so I was out with some of the movies the other day, and we saw the poster. The poster looks bad.
I haven't seen the poster.
It's like it's a snowman like drawn like a stick figure in the snow, and like it's spelled all wrong.
Yeah.
It looks like it. I assume it's trying to be creepy.
Yeah.
But it looks like macaroni art from like a little kid.
Very true.
It's not
The
good.
other poster is a headless body, and it has
It's a
this
snowman.
big chunk of snow.
This is where the Jack Frost thing comes in.
Yeah,
That's like Michael Keaton.
Well, that's from the.
He's
Trailer.
just trying to be a dad again.
Yeah, I loved him in the.
But that's part of the trailer that they had that shot at the end with the head thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see how they handle it. I've noticed that a lot of studios now really suck at marketing movies because you think it's gonna be bad, and you see it, and it's way better than marketing portrayed it to be. So hopefully that's the case.
So I disagree with this almost a little bit. I think that
Well, not-
movies have gotten exceptionally good at marketing the film,
Yeah.
and the film has turned out to be shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I've seen both sides of it, but I've noticed that there's movies that have been marketed as like one thing, and then you go see it and it's completely different from that, and it subverts your expectations.
There is no better example in my mind than Godzilla.
With
For 20
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a classic bait and switch.
Yeah.
Because the trailer for that looked phenomenal. I was so excited.
Hence why I went to go see it in theater.
It is not a good movie. I felt like that was.
I thought there were good parts, but not a good movie.
That was the most frustrating cutaway movie I've ever seen in my life because it would show you like leading up to it, and it's all hype and expectation, and then cuts away, and all hype and expectation, and cuts away.
Because they kept trying to like do that. It's like the lawn ran from Rick and Morty.
Right.
The slow ran.
But so you have to. But at some point, you have to reward the audience's patience, and I'm not impatient when it comes to film. I like some exceptional
I like
slow
slow
films. Yeah. But that movie there was not enough, and with just some pretty wonky writing and some pretty wonky acting to go along with it.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough. The human drama was not enough to keep you going.
Yeah. Well,
To lead up to the monster stuff.
And I think the one sad thing is that they definitely had really good elements of it, like
some beautiful shots, and it's Gareth Edwards.
Yeah, this is my nerdiness coming through here, but like the graphic design for the whole thing, like the title cards and all that, and like the poster work and all that, phenomenal.
You should watch Kong Skull Island then, because it's a
I've been very excited to see that.
It does a lot of that like hyper stylized kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like almost a complete refutation of Godzilla because this does nothing but show.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
It's like just.
But it's also, I mean, the acting and stuff like that also it rewards you a little bit more. Some of these characters, like John C. Reilly's character, who's like a man out of time, kind of, right? a very sweet role for him,
Yeah.
and it's also a very rewarding comedic role for him.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think it fits with like a Kong movie because it was pitched as a super serious thing, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of comedy in that movie. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I actually know the guy who did some of the key art for it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's French.
There you go.
Yeah, but I'm
Didn't
definitely
even-
watch that.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Suburbicon.
Suburbicon.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go into Suburbicon or we can move on to the next topic.
Let's go to Suburbicon.
Okay, fine. I mean, it's Coen Brothers production. Cluntang is directing.
Who?
Clunt.
The Clutang Clan?
Cluntang.
Clutang.
Clutang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. It's just George Clooney.
George.
in a mask.
Yeah. So it's George Clooney directing, Matt Damon.
I've never heard him referred to before as Clutang.
It's Cluntang because he gets called a poon.
Oh my god. That's alright. Alright, keep
So-
going. Moving on.
Jesus.
I mean, it's Matt Damon as a nerdy Jason Bourne that has forgotten all of his Jason Bournerisms,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
killing mobsters in Middle America in what the 1950s ish.
Okay.
And it's like it still looks both hardcore because it's a lot of murder,
Mhm.
but also funny because it's Coen Brothers. It's like campy funny. I'm not excited for it. I mean, the trailer had Run the Jewels.
Yeah. Which is just.
Didn't Matt Damon just come out with something about this too? Like it was supposed to be like a white privilege kind of thing or something?
I don't know.
No, he was saying something in the review. Anyway,
I-
anyways,
I-
before
I would-
going into that whole tangent,
Yeah.
we should move on.
Yeah.
So we're back. We're back.
Are we're back.
Put the candle back.
We're back.
Right.
Oh, it just hit me. What a movie reference.
What a reference.
We are back and we are black.
Big
Big and black.
big to the future.
Why are we
I was
doing
going for a
something-
really bad South African, and I think you went German.
Although no, I went to Willem Dafoe.
Oh, okay.
Willem Dafoe, German.
I went with Willem Dafoe.
That's what that. You don't say if you're doing a really bad German accent. You never say you're doing a German accent. You're doing a Willem Dafoe.
Pulling Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. His accent's not bad. It's
It's just not a German
not
accent.
good.
it's campy.
It's just not good.
It's like it's a caricature of an accent.
Well, it's like when
And
anybody,
as an aficionado in caricature accents, I appreciate.
well, it's like when any American tries to do a British accent. It's usually like way too posh.
Yes, it's always so posh.
It's always so posh.
Everyone's
Because
talking
every
Bullsh accent.
every
Do you have a
around-
British accent that's posh?
No.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
You're not gonna try.
Yeah.
You're a pirate, though. You're a fan of the pirate ship.
Yeah.
Well,
Pirates aren't posh.
He's also
He's Cockney.
a connoisseur of science.
He's a man of
We're-
science.
We're all,
He's an enthusiast of science.
Yes.
just an enthusiast. Don't have a degree on the
Doesn't
wall
have
or
a degree.
anything.
Never attended.
Never attended university?
No,
No?
never attended university.
It's
It's a white shirt.
Is that cool? Correct. Your degree's in poetry.
Are you not
It's
the
not
Phoenix?
real, right?
Yes,
Are you not the Phoenix?
Yes.
I thought you were Phoenix.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Sam
Starring-
Hunter and the Order of the Phoenix, or the University of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Sam Truby in the University of Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Am I allowed to say your name on camera?
No, maybe you should.
It's a man without a name.
I mean, Google
I
me.
know,
ECU stuff will come up.
Oh shit.
Hopefully.
You know what you could be like? You could be like the man in Sam Elliott from
Oh yeah. The man.
The Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
man versus the dude. I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
That was his character's name, the man?
I think his name was like. I think it was literally just like something like the man, or
What,
the
what,
Traveler, or something like
what
that.
character are we talking about?
Sam Elliott when he's
Sam
sitting at the
Elliott's
bowling.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah.
His name's like the man or something.
Yeah.
It's hard to forget.
Look,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
dude.
Somehow
Sam Elliott's
say
very
Got the little mustache
memorable.
going on.
There's not a whole lot like Sam Elliott.
No, there's Sam Elliott and then there's nothing.
Is it? Let's see what he's billed as.
Yeah, because I thought it was like the man or the Traveler or something like,
Like the rover.
ominous like that,
In Philadelphia we call that Boathouse Roadhouse.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you what I have to say about Boathouse Row.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought, way back when,
Okay.
that they were houses,
Ah.
and because it's called Boathouse Row,
Okay.
they are house shaped. They look like houses.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then
I spilled water on myself, by the way.
That's okay. Cool.
And then I
We'll let it in
learned.
post. We won't.
No.
And then I learned that they are just housing boating equipment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's called the Stranger.
Oh, okay.
that's
So,
nice.
so the man, traveler, the stranger. Okay, it wasn't too far off.
And I was just thrown out of my element when I learned that people don't live there.
Yeah.
It's just for the dragon boats and everything like that.
Yeah, no.
It's not. It's a misnomer.
Yeah,
it's,
but
it's a misnomer.
but
Boathouse row.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
boat storage row.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bullshit. It's my childlike sense of wonder was just taken from me.
Destroyed.
Ripped from my eyes.
Jeez.
You alright, Puddin'?
Cool.
Yeah.
You getting back to it?
Yeah, I'm getting back to it.
All right, we're not gonna edit that out.
Hi guys, my name is Allergy Boy.
Allergy boy. That's it.
Allergies and the boys.
Round of allergies for the boys. Get a little bit of a. Oh my god. Get a little Zyrtec up.
Yeah.
All right. So we're moving on from our fall movie preview. We're going to talk about.
Good directors, bad movies.
Well, no, more just like inappropriate directors for films in
it's
general.
the wrong director for the movie.
Yeah. So
It's like a bad pairing.
Yeah. So Sam, why don't you start?
Alright, so I made notes. I know you made notes too.
Okay.
I didn't make notes.
I'm just gonna ad lib. So.
Oh, okay.
Fine. My Sister's Keeper, directed by Zack Snyder. And it's just
Okay.
it's just a girl dying of cancer in slow motion. It makes the audience very uncomfortable.
Okay.
So
So we're off to a
every
great
single
start.
drop has like its own dedicated.
Rough start, but still.
Rough start. Maybe lead into that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Eli Roth directs My Girl, a special musical feature of Korn that plays during the entire B attack scene.
It's just the B scene is very egregious. Like, it's just very like.
And all you hear is "Freak on a Leash" the entire time. It's not even new. Yeah, it's not even new Korn.
New Korn.
Do you think like that's like the music that he listens to like while he's editing? Just like a bunch of Slipknot,
I hope
Korn.
so. I hope so.
Yeah, that would be it.
Probably. We also forgot to talk about how he's doing Death Wish with Bruce Willis.
Do we need to talk about that? I think the trailer speaks for itself.
I thought we were just supposed to mention it because that's happening.
Okay. So Eli Roth is doing a Death Wish, which is a remake of a Charles Bronson film of the same name.
Yeah.
Which almost seems like an inappropriate director for that film. Yeah.
See, I have David Soren directing Bronson.
You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, David Soren is almost entirely children's movies.
Yeah, I know.
Animated children's.
What would this look like? Paint me the picture of Bronson directed by David Soren.
So it's going to be super colorful, which it already is, but all the wrong colors.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
Bronson's like mostly muted colors with like the occasional like red highlight.
Yeah.
Whereas this is going to be like a lot of pinks and blues.
Mm.
And it's still going to be, everyth's changed except for Tom Hardy still being Bronson.
This brings us back to Wes Anderson's X-Men. With starring Owen Wilson as Storm. Just goes naturally.
Oh, wow.
We're up to these clowns. Just great for the kids. It's a wonderful.
You know what happens when a frog gets
Start
struck
by
by
lightning?
lightning?
It's just a wonderful experience.
Just imagine him in the middle of a battle. Just going, oh wow, wow. And it's just
Everyone else is preoccupied.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman as Wolverine. That's just a grumpy old. I mean, hey, he could get the aggression down.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I want to see something like Nick Nolte as Wolverine.
Oh dear God, is Nick Nolte still alive?
Thing?
I'm pretty sure he's like still talking to himself in a mirror somewhere in Las Vegas.
He was just in what was the movie I watched him with the other day? Warrior. It was an awesome
Really?
movie.
Ah.
Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton.
That was out like in 2012 though.
I know, I just caught up. I've only seen movies up until 2012,
Oh.
so I'm going to be a good 5 years behind.
Yeah, sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to see Nick Nolte as Wolverine, and I want to see Gary.
He's just gonna be spitting a lot.
Sabretooth?
As Beast.
As Beast.
They're on the same team.
Wait. First of all, they're too similar at this point.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
slowly like reaching like convergence with each other.
The line is blurred between Nick Nolte
Yeah.
and Gary Busey.
All right,
Like, if
who-
Nick Nolte were Wolverine, it would just be like 20 minutes of him snarling at like poor little girls trying to run away from him. And like spitting all that.
Who was
Just get away, please.
who was the cousin in Christmas Vacation? What's his name? Quaid?
It's Dennis Quaid, right?
Yeah.
No, it's his brother, Randy Quaid.
It's
Randy Quaid.
Oh, he's a
I want Randy
brother.
Quaid somewhere in there too.
Randy Quaid.
Professor X. Randy Quaid.
Okay, so here's the thing about Randy Quaid.
Yeah.
Randy Quaid can actually do a really mean British accent.
Wait, didn't Randy Quaid
He
go
played,
to
like,
jail for that whole thing with his girlfriend and like trying to be a sovereign citizen, drugs, and he went up to Canada and had that weird YouTube video?
That sounds like a Randy Quaid thing. I can't speak to it.
No, this is like thing. Like he had like a video online where he like was like ranting about the government, and then like he made his girlfriend put on like a mask of a president or something,
then
and
they
started
had
having
sex,
sex with her on camera.
Yeah. And
On
they
the
took the
couch.
mask off and hung on the bedpost, and he was still talking to it as he was having sex with her.
Yeah, he fully went off the deep end.
Okay.
He's out of his mind, and that's why I
Yeah.
want him as Professor
We're
X.
sure this is not the plot, for
No,
Purge.
this is his real life.
The Purge.
This is what he did.
He's purged his own life.
He's He purged his own career.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, keep in mind, I only know about that because somebody else had shared it, and I was like, "Who's Randy Quaid again?" And I realized he was the guy who was in Independence Day and flew the ship up the butt, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's what's happening."
Yeah. The butt of the ship.
Hey boys,
That's what it's called,
I'm
right?
back. Huh?
I know
The butt
about
of
this
ship.
just
Butt of
because
the ship, yeah.
The butt of the ship.
Butt of the ship. You touch the butt.
I know about it just because I Google him every single day.
I am on Google.
Is it like the
What
same picture of Randy Quaid?
What is
every day for the
Randy
next-
doing today?
Yeah.
There's a website.
Is Randy Quaid alive today? Question mark.
I'll let you check on
Yeah,
it.
www.whereisrandy.com.
Yeah, like, what's
Please
Randy
don't
up
look
to?
that up because that sounds like it's an inappropriate website.
It's probably gonna be like him
Look it up.
and a lot of dick pics because
Yeah.
he's gone wild.
It's just actually just shots of porn with Randy Quaid's face superimposed over just the private.
Also genitalia.
Oh,
Yeah. Randy genitalia Quaid.
Are you aware? Speaking of great transition, are
Yeah.
you aware of the porn parody of Edward Scissorhands?
No.
I don't want to know.
It's
I
called-
had no idea. that
It's
was a
called
thing.
Edward Penis Hands, and I want Werner Herzog to direct it.
I want him to narrate it.
Well,
With his
it's part
voice,
of
yeah.
part of his direction. He's gonna narrate the whole thing.
Man,
Yeah.
I can't do a good Werner Herzog, but like.
There comes a time where a man needs
It's really breathy.
to have
And he
penis
has-
on his hands,
The penis is on his fingers.
and this was Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Penises on his hands.
There's never been more
It's close.
dirty than Edward Penis Hands.
Okay,
And then it's all filmed in black and white, and then like he, kills an extra here and there.
that's true. Has he actually killed an extra?
No, but he's roughed up. If you pointed a gun at one.
That sounds like a Werner Herzog thing to do.
Yeah. I forget what it's called. It's
Was he
like,
trying to? Was he like into Bertolt Brecht? Like Brecht, very in your face kind of stuff.
Do you, I'm trying to think of
Never
the
mind.
movie. I have a friend of mine.
Just as a poet, I thought you'd know.
There was a.
You're a person of the arts,
Yeah.
not of science.
Not a science. It's-
Okay. Moving on.
Moving on
Next topic.
from that.
Tim Burton directs American History X.
Is it like in stop motion animation?
Wait, so that means that Johnny Depp is going to have to play Edward Norton's character,
Oh, yeah.
and Helena Bonham Carter is going to play whatever person comes near Johnny Depp.
What was the name of the kid? He was in Terminator 2. He's got a very bad name for an actor.
Oh,
I'm thinking about the girl that was in American History X. That was also the girl opposite Adam Sandler in The Waterboy.
Perusa Balk.
God. Oh my God!
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's from
she
The Craig.
was.
Yeah, that's gonna be Helena Bonham Carter.
By the way, underrated movie.
Wait,
Correct.
the Waterboy. I thought you said the Waterboy. Yeah.
No, I will never say this about an Adam Sandler film.
I like
Hey man, I like the Waterboy.
Hey,
It's
All right,
just
man.
funny and silly.
All right, man.
That's
That's up
fine.
to you.
no, that's okay. I
Wow,
mean, I
sorry.
like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think most people enjoyed Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Shooter McGavin more than anything else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy needs to be in more stuff.
Didn't he die?
No, he's alive.
How did he die?
Who?
Shoot him again.
McDonald. What's his name? Andrew McDonald.
You're thinking of Norm Macdonald
Norman.
of KFC fame.
His last name is McDonald.
Really? I just got that.
Donnie Darko, directed by Paul Feig and Elizabeth Darko.
Paul Feig.
Paul Feig.
Feig.
Paul Feig. And Elizabeth
Paul
Darko,
Feig.
originally played by Maggie Gyllenhaal,
Yeah.
is played by a very confused Ann Coulter.
I don't want to bring Ann Coulter up here. I think we can leave that.
I would love to see a movie with Ann Coulter and Lauren Southern, and they just like sit there for 20 minutes trying to figure out what they're doing on a movie set, actually getting paid for something.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very. She's gonna be very stiff.
Yeah, it's just
All right, fine.
You know, Tommy Loren is actually going to play in a reboot of Mannequin
really.
with Kim Cattrall.
I can't tell if you're serious.
Yeah, are you being serious? This is
This
2017.
is the face of a man who looks that he's not a... It's that like thing in SpongeBob with Squidward, he goes like this. Do I think that's serious too?
Kind of hard to tell.
Wow.
It's 2017. They remade.
She's been playing Mannequin in all her little videos for the last couple years. It's all good. All right, moving on.
Stanley Kubrick directs Emoji Movie 2.
Oh dear God.
Shelley Duvall.
What was the who starred in The Birds?
Oh yeah, this is the Alfred. They actually made a movie about this with that dude who always plays like the German henchman in like the Marvel movies.
No, because whatever her name was, she like sued Alfred Hitchcock for like emotional distress.
Man, good old Hitch.
Yeah, that's the hitch.
That's the hitch. You get Hitchcocked.
Yeah,
That's the so
starring
that's actually
Kevin. What's his name? Smith.
Kevin Smith.
No, not Kevin Smith. Who's the guy that we don't like?
I like his
Paul Blart.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Kevin
You're a
James.
fan?
Kevin James. I like his stand-up. Yeah, and that's Will Smith played Alfred Hitchcock in Hitch. It's the remake and the telling of the story of when he made The Birds. That's what Hitch is about.
It's true. You missed the subtext.
I missed a lot of
Did you not get that?
Yeah, I missed a lot of subtext.
It was in that dancing scene.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is where you're at.
Yeah, this is where you're
All
at.
right, bring in the birds.
Bring in birds. Let's terrify Kevin. Let's terrify Kevin James for the next 2.5
Bring in the
hours.
birds.
Round of birds for the boys.
More birds. Fresh birds.
What I want to think about though is like. At first, this almost sounds like we're talking about Orson Welles.
I don't know what the difference is.
Because towards the end of his life, he was basically the same thing: a portly man with a mustache and a drinking habit.
Aren't we all just by the end of our life?
We're all
portly man with a drinking habit.
Although, if I go that route,
I'm getting a head start.
I want to look as good as Orson Welles did in that wine commercial where he just can't get through one take.
Oh,
He was a mess. He was
He was an absolute mess.
have you ever seen the show The Critic?
No, I haven't.
Okay, it's an old show. I think it's
Is that with Jiminy Glick?
No, it's with John Lovitz.
Oh.
Remember, it was an animated John Lovitz as a movie critic. You've never seen this? You need to watch it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It sounds amazing, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think Mel Brooks is involved.
So it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. So, or James L. Brooks is involved, not Mel Brooks. Sorry.
Now not as amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so in that Orson Welles is a recurring character, and they do some very good Orson Welles jokes. They make fun of his commercials, and then it's like Rosebud. Rosebud frozen peas, full of freshness and green penis. Wait, that's terrible. I'm leaving. Just a few more frozen peas for the road.
Oh God. Rest in peace to Orson Welles, the guy who was super charming and desirable for one movie, and then after that just slowly turned into this man who was living joke.
Slowly turned into a silverback gorilla with a drinking habit. Yeah.
He really does look like a gorilla in a suit.
He does. He looks like a gorilla in a suit. That's a good way to put it.
Orson Welles, also known as Hollywood's gorilla in a suit.
It's true.
Little known fact.
He was.
He
I
had
loved him in Mighty Joe Young.
Yeah, you know he drank banana vodka every day.
You drank banana vodka.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
I feel like you're supposing a lot on gorillas.
Well, here's the thing. Orson Welles specifically had a moment in an interview where he said, "If I don't have banana vodka every morning, I kill an actor. I kill an actor.
I will tear your arms off back there. Orson Welles in
I will
hands.
kill an actor." Like that's the thing. He was a very.
Well, I mean, that would explain why he was married to Jane Goodall for so many years.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He was married to Jacob.
No. I'm making this up. We're all making
None of
this
this
up.
is real.
This is all fake.
It's all an illusion.
This room isn't real. We aren't real. This is all a big figment of your imagination.
So, I mean, there's a few.